Amid Russian shelling and destruction in eastern Ukraine, China surprised the world Wednesday with this announcement.
The Chinese side will send a special representative of the Chinese government on Eurasian affairs to visit Ukraine and other countries to conduct in-depth communication with all parties for a political settlement of the Ukrainian crisis.
China made several public announcements Wednesday, calling attention to its diplomatic initiative toward Ukraine, saying that Chinese leader Xi Jinping spoke with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy. Zelenskyy had been asking to speak with Xi and took to Twitter to welcome the conversation. In Washington, White House National Security Council spokesperson John Kirby welcomed the news of the leaders' conversation, saying it's important for President Xi and PRC officials to avail themselves of the Ukrainian perspective on this illegal and unprovoked invasion by Russia. Russian Foreign Ministry spokeswoman Maria Zakharova said that Moscow sees broad concord with China's approach, but that the main obstacle is what she termed Kyiv's unrealistic demands. She visited Moscow in March. Beijing has refused to condemn Russia's invasion of Ukraine or demand withdrawal of its troops, instead calling for restraint by all parties and accusing NATO of fomenting the fighting. This leaves most foreign policy experts skeptical that China can play the peacemaker. Michael Kimmage of the Catholic University of America told VOA there was no way China was offering a useful diplomatic framework for ending this conflict.
It's going to play a role in Ukraine's reconstruction, and it's a big economic actor, and it's a major country. But it's not as if China is, for the time being and for the foreseeable future, any kind of realistic alternative to any of the actors in the war itself.
Kimmage said there are economic factors at play.
China and Ukraine had a pretty substantial economic relationship before the war. I believe that China was Ukraine's largest trading partner, and China has a network of economic interest in the region, not just in Ukraine, but in the broader region.
Meanwhile, jailed Russian opposition leader Alexei Navalny said Wednesday he could face life in prison on terrorism charges, with authorities preparing a major new trial against him. Human rights organizations and Western governments are calling for his release, saying the charges against him are absurd. Cindy Saine, VOA News.